Hey guys, Tamika of Custom Wood Burning here with another live sales video. This is going to be a quickie. I have had this challenges list info listing in my shop for probably over 2 years. There was a era that I went through where I decided I'm going to do a different challenge myself to do something new each week. For 20, I just picked a favorite number, 23 weeks in a row, and just so I know for myself what works and what doesn't, so I could kind of keep what works and then get rid of the rest, knowing that I tried them and they weren't going to be part of my strategy for reasons. And so I had these broken up into, they're still in my, actually I will link the listing because I have it broken up into 3 sets of challenges, things for our shop, things for our live shows, and then a set for handmade sellers. And to keep these short, maybe we'll go through each in a different video, but to keep these short, I want to just go over and share the handmade ones today because I was revisiting and I said, you know what, these are actually still valid, still pretty good. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 things. We're just going to list them. If they resonate, please do utilize them. So for arts and handmade sellers, the challenges, just kind of like things that it may behoove us to incorporate for this live sales journey, because we never know what may come of it. Number 1 is to have a signature design. They're called challenges for reasons. Okay, this is probably maybe the hardest one, but to have a signature design. We're talking an app, live sales, online commerce. So we're talking like tens of millions of people. If we are creating our inventory, the more recognizable, the better. And depending on what we make, it can be real tricky, but I think this one is worth just kind of putting on our list to kind of revisit every once in a while. Like, okay, now that I'm here, what could I dabble with as far as creating a signature design, signing our work, especially, but just having something that if someone sees it out in the wild, they go, oh my God, I saw your thing. Life goals. Okay. So signature design. Number 2 is having products for him. There's a lot of arts and handmade sellers who sleep on this. We forget that our men are half of the population, right? And we get, feel some kind of way about not having more sales. And it's like, well, if we're leaving out half of the population, there's an easy fix to, help them help us as far as sales. And this is tricky too, depending on what we sell, but where there's a will, there's a way. I have seen them in some cases, and men are buyers too. And so this is a challenge. If we don't look through our shop, if it's all for the women's, just put one thing. Just change the colors up, maybe even something, make it a little thicker, a little more masculine, and put it in the shop. Never know. Okay, so for him, products is number 2. Number 3 is live demo. I am of the belief that live demo is going to be a pillar within the arts and handmade space, and I think everybody should be dabbling with it. Practice. It is, again, it's challenging to figure out how to do live demos. We have like camera angle things. There's like multitasking things if we're trying to create and read the chat. There's like lighting things. There's like learning curve things because it depends on who's in our room. Sales are different because we may want to sell, it's not really an auction show, it's more of a buy now show. So how we sell, maybe it's the form of kits, maybe it's something else. It's a challenge, but people love to see live demos. They love to see their items be created, or at least understand the process behind the makers. Number 4 is price point to living wage. It doesn't have to be all the items. This challenge is for at least one item priced to a living wage. And what this means is like doing the math and figuring this is what the cost of materials is, this is how much time it takes, and this is what my time is worth. Tack that on there. This is what the fees are going to be that need to come out. Here's what the taxes are going to be. Here's what the packaging material is. And then figuring that, and then doubling or tripling. Doubling or tripling. So just the cost, if it just pays for our hourly and the fees, like that's fine. But then we have overhead, we have live show time, we have marketing time, we have all these other business operations. And the thought with this is to really consider, if just pick one product and say, if this is all I'm selling, 40 hours a week, if this is all I'm selling, what do I need to price this at to make a living wage, right? And then do that math and figure that price point. It's very eye-opening, but it also gives us a little bit of a backbone to hold firm on our price points, because we may realize, wow, I'm underselling myself like by a lot. And so I see a lot of arts and handmade folks devalue their items. And so I highly recommend this one, price point to a living wage. Number 5 is craft kits. I'm bad at this. I had them in there for a little bit, but they do sell and people love to see them, especially if we're doing live demos. And so it's kind of self-explanatory. I'll just leave it there, but offering some kind of craft kit for the ones who see what you do and they're interested, especially if they're going, hey, what do you use for this? What do you use for that? Every time these questions are asked, we are missing the sale if they are not offered in our shop. It doesn't have to be a full kit. It could be tools and different materials that we use. But if people are interested, they're going to go to Amazon or wherever if we don't have them. And so it's just a nice thing to have. People search for them too. So craft kits is a challenge to put that together, get that in the shop. 6 is trying a new drop show. This is not for everybody, but I think it's worth a try because we don't know until we do it. But collecting preparing a decent amount of inventory for a full auction show, and then kind of releasing it in a drop. So it's like new inventory. There's a little bit of FOMO attached to this. It can, if we pre-list and we curate it and all this kind of stuff. I have seen success with sellers, especially the clothing and accessories type. But these are great shows because it's not like if you're live Monday through Friday with the same stuff, it's not as attractive because for the viewers it's kind of well, I'll just see you tomorrow type of thing. But if we're hey, stay tuned, and we advertise and market it, so on the 1st we're doing a new drop, can't wait for you guys to see, viewers will tune in because they don't want to miss it. And so there's something to it, I'm just saying. And then once the items are gone, they're gone. And so you get some bidding, right? Because otherwise they're going to have to wait till the next one. And so new drop shows, not for everyone, but they are for some. And so recommend testing those out. Also testing D-Stash shows, which is number 7. D-Stash is in live sales, depending on who you ask, to each their own. We may not want to be hanging on to inventory too much, right? We want to move the stuff, because once stuff is stagnant for a while, depending on what it is, it can kind of start to lose value, because folks kind of start to reason why hasn't it sold yet? There's something wrong with it or whatever. The demand ain't there, kind of the psychological things kick in. And so I know it's hard parting with stuff that we have created ourselves, because it's kind of feels like burning time and money. However, especially with materials, de-stash it. If we have stuff that we've been hanging on to for months or especially years, de-stash it, right? Get rid of it. Because every time, it may be better to lower the price a little bit and ship it out and gain a customer, right? That's the trade-off, gain a customer. So write the rest off as a marketing expense. Someone that gets a good deal, they might get it in hand and go, wow, I only paid $20 for this. This is definitely worth 30 or 40. So now next time I go back, I'm cool with paying full price because now I have it in hand. I understand the value of the item, something like that. And so worth a try, D-Stash Show. And then the last challenge, the 8th challenge, is branded packaging. Branded packaging, I think, can be just anecdotally, my opinion, I think can be a superpower for arts and handmade sellers because it sets a standard of quality, care, attention to detail, all kinds of different. It can communicate a vibe. It can communicate, consistency factors. Like if someone buys from us, the impression that our packaging makes can last. And if they get, the same, if they can recognize our package before they open it, we're doing something correctly, in my opinion. And if someone gets packaging consistently branded a couple times, we have offered confidence in purchasing with us every time in the future, if we can do that. And so even to the point where people would be comfortable gifting our stuff because they trust that how their packages are going to be prepared and received and stuff. And I just really think there's something to that. If we can say, like, I'm not sending you just any package, I'm sending you my package from this is a me thing, and I want you, when you get it in the mail and when you open it, I want all of that experience to reflect on this brand, right? I think there's something really subtle and powerful about that. The handmade folks, I really think it does behoove us, right? Because especially if we have higher priced items, higher end things, if we want buyers that are spending $50 to $100+ on our items, I really think the cherry on top is the packaging, the branded packaging, and should be part of that experience. If someone spends a couple $100 with us and then they get something in like a USPS box, it's like kind of like it works. Don't get me wrong, it works, and we should definitely work with what we have. But I just think it's a missed opportunity if we don't church it up a little bit in this department. So quick recap: signature designs, for him products, live demo, price point to living wage, craft kits, new drops, D-Stash, and branded packaging. These were the arts and handmade challenges. We'll probably go through the live show ones and the just ones for our shop in a future one, but I don't want to make this too long, but that's what I got for today. So let's cap it here. If you enjoyed this one, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Otherwise, for now, I'd just like to thank you for watching and hope to see you next time. We'll be here tomorrow for video number 100. And every day after, still talking about live selling. So happy live selling in the meantime, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.